Lovelies, and welcome back to another episode of Zhebeauty channel, where my name is Janae. I hope you guys are doing well today. If you're new here, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you're returning, go ahead and grab the makeup brushes and let's jump right in. So of course, we're jumping straight into the eyes. I am using a very detailed brush and just creating this beautiful line shape. Now, I wanted to do something that's just simple, straight to the point, bold, and more of my taste. So I decided to do this freeform look because it was not planned. I found some inspiration, I got inspired, and boom, one thing led to another. Boom, we come up with the look. Okay, so today I am going to be talking about creativity and just how you can be more freely into your creativity and how certain things can, make your creativity flow. Because one thing for certain, two things for show, and three things to never get it confused. Everybody gets inspired. Let's start there. Okay, everybody gets inspired. So, and I don't mind if I'm your inspiration, because I am a muse. I am arts. I am everything and above. Okay, period. So usually how I tend to find my creativity is by expressing myself through creativity. So a lot of the times, the best way for you to find and dig deep into your creativity is just by expressing yourself. Now, it may look different for everyone, I would say find what you like the most. And if it's something that really, really interests you, try to make it into something. Me, I'm very versatile, so I have a lot of different creativities. It's not just one thing and one way I like to do. I love to do makeup. I love to style clothes. I love to talk about different topics because I'm a conversationalist. Now, speaking of variety, I'm going back in with this James Charles palette, and I did use the black shade at first, and now I'm going in with this brown shade, and I'm going to be just applying that on top, just deepening up, and also making it to where it fades. Now, when you're doing different type of looks like this, very sharp looks, you want to make sure that you're blending very closely to the actual color, because you're going to add colors as you go along that is going to blend out and stretch the color like it looks like it's stretching. So if you can't tell by now, you already know it's a chit chat. So let's get the chitter chatting, okay? Said when I come up in the town, I ain't chitty chatty. I'm the belle of the ball, you can call me Patty. But on a serious note, all bullshit aside, today's topic is going to be about creativity. Because people always ask me, like, how do you come up with these creative looks? Like, where do you get your creativity from? Like, how do you find to be creative? And I just simply tell them that creativity is a feeling, because in order for you to create something, you have to be able to express. And being able to express meaning to open up and say what you want to say, but not only using words, but through your artistic nature. And speaking of artistic nature, do you see how I'm doing this? Do you see how the look is already coming together? Are you seeing the vision, or are you not? And I did go in with my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder, and I'm just using this to blend out any harsh edges that I've created from creating the lines. Now, I did go in with a black eyeshadow just to find the placement of my eye, and then I went in with a lighter brown And then I went in with the Maybelline Fit Me just to make sure everything is nice and blended out. Now, when you're doing a look like this, again, you want to make sure that you're staying very close to each of the colors just because you're already blending it out. Then I used a blending brush to just blend that color out. But child, what was going through my head when I was making this was everyone get inspired. And this was a day where I was really trying to find out, like, because a lot of the times when I'm doing my creative looks, I be like, what do I want to do today? Like, every time I'm getting ready to do my makeup look, I stop and I think, like, what type of look I wanted to do today. Some looks I do get inspired by, and then some looks I inspire myself on doing or what I want to see on myself. So the reason why I wanted to make this topic on creativity is because everybody get inspired. Everybody gets inspired. And I feel like the best way to express creativity is by doing what you love. For instance, I try to find like a niche or a aesthetic or even a core that really relates to me as a person or an individual, and I explore that and find new ways and bring that expression to life. And what I mean by bringing that expression to life, I'm really just saying, like, in this clip right here, as you can see, I'm already doing the same thing that I did at the top lines, just to the bottom where my wing area is of my eye, on my outer corners of my eye. And I'm just following the same steps that I use at the top at the bottom. Now, the creativity look I was going for, I really wanted to shape my eye, but I also wanted to be bold and subtle at the same time. So the creativity that I came up with is very me. Now, half the time when I'm doing a creative look, it just depends on what type of thing I want to express, what type of or what I want to get across. Now, the type of creator I am a freeform creative because I get inspired by the most, like, simplest things. Another form of simplest things is me blending out this beautiful, beautiful ombre look. Going in with a gold liner. I don't know what it is lately about me and a gold liner, baby. But I just want to say that the gold liners is eating it up. Like, it's all the way eating every look up that I've been doing lately. Like, it gives so much character to my looks. It just brings it to life. Like, that's what I like when I'm doing my creativity. I really like something that's going to bring character, bring main character energy. Going in with the Maybelline Fit Me, I am going to also be applying this, usually 2 shades. I am using a dewy and a matte just because it gives me a natural skin-like finish. That is my ultimate go-to. And speaking of go-to, this is my go-to application. Now, I always just either make lines or dots or anything on my face just to give me a placement to where I don't over-apply my product. Because sometimes you can use too much and it's literally just that, too much. And basically, I say that to say this. When creating, you have to find what works for you. And me, I always set this little funny regimen into play, and I haven't really noticed that I was doing it as of lately. But then I just started observing myself when I start my creative process, and voila, like magic, I came up with a beautiful regimen to help others go ahead and tap into their creativity. Speaking of tapping, I am tapping this foundation into my skin with this beautiful brush and just making sure everything is nice and blended. And hitting certain areas, as I am doing right now on my face, I want to hit on certain topics in this chit chat. Now, there's a lot of ways as to how creativity can transpire, okay? But also, just as good as it is also bad. Because again, with anything in life, it's always a balance. You have too much of something, it can be overindulgent. You have too little of something, and it's not existing. So you always want to bring it into perspective. Just like me applying the Juvias Place concealer to my T-zone. Just as I stated before, how people ask me how do I come up with my creative looks and where do I get creativity from, they also don't know that creative blocks happen. And it's usually some times where, you face a hard challenge in life and it's not going as way as you expected, or, you just can't really get into the mood to just create, or, it could be multiple reasons. I could go on and on and on about the reasons as to why, but I'm keeping it short and simple. And not only that, who wants to dwell on that? Nobody wants to dwell on that. But I'm going to tell you how to overcome or unblock creative blockages. Because we keep it positive over here. Positive energy only, valuable energy only, self-love energy only, knowing who you are energy only, standing on what you are individually, authentically only. Okay? Okay. Now, how to unblock creative blockages. If you procrastinate, you're going to have to get out of that. I can say that because I used to be a victim of procrastination, but now I just jump on it and like a horse and I just ride that motherfucker. So procrastination is not a friend of mine anymore. So yeah, we don't click, we don't vibe, we are not in the same area, circle, or place. Because procrastination stops creativity. And if you constantly put the idea off, how can you properly bring that creativity into form or into formation if you're constantly putting it off? It just don't make sense. It just don't add up. 1 + 1 is 2, right? Oh, okay. I thought so too. So the whole goal is to act and support on the idea that you have about your creativity. Now, I don't care what nobody say. We have all fell victim to this one. Bear with me when I say it. Hold on to your pearls. Clutch them bitches if you have to. But being hard on yourself. Oh my goodness. Booski, baby booba. Stop doing that. Your work is fine. Everything you do is good enough. Everything you do thrives and flourishes and grows like trees beyond measures than you could even imagine. You are awesome at everything you do. And most importantly, no matter how crazy or ridiculous it may seem, it's nothing, ever wrong with how you create. Because just like you and I, it's creation. So put that shit out, put that shit on, and do you. Because you look good. And 1 thing for certain, and 2 things for sure, and 3 things to never get it the fuck confused. Creativity loves passion, and passion loves creativity. So if you have creativity with no passion, you have no creation. If you have passion with no creativity, you have no product. They are 2 peas in a pod, and they go hand in hand. So always keep them 2 together at all times. Under any circumstance, okay? Just like without contour, you can't have the highlight. And just like without the highlight, you can't have the contour because it's all part of the process. And just imagine if you were to blend them 2 together like I'm blending it now, baby, you get the most subtle, beautiful, bold blend you're destined to love, okay? And also, this is just might be an unpopular opinion because who wants to hear this shit? But it has to be said, and I'm gonna be the one to say it. Creativity requires discipline. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me right. Creativity requires discipline. Now you might be thinking, discipline and creativity is supposed to be this, that, and the 4th. I understand that, and you got that. But at the same time, but without discipline, how can the creativity come to life? I mean, if that is what you're expressing it to. Because just hear me out. If you're able to be disciplined on your creativity as much as I am, then you, just as well as I, are able to create more outlets that are tangible. Speaking of tangibles, when I'm able to blend out the concealer like it needs to be, I can see this look coming all the way together. Can I get out okay? Okay. Now, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for sticking with your girl, because you know I love it. And I love that you're here. Don't you just love the time we spend together? I do. But if you've been watching me and you really rock with me like that, why you haven't liked, comment, or subscribe down below. Why you ain't do this yet? All right, now I see you. And while you at it, when you right there, yeah, go ahead and click that notification button. All right, let's get a cheers. Just like this blush I'm using in the shade Toast, because we are celebrating new people to the channel. Give us a smile. Spread the love, hugs. Thank you. Now, every time I do my blush, yo, I always think of receiving a compliment from somebody I really like. And that would be one example of how to express through your creativity. Now, don't say I never gave you game, because you heard it from me first. And that's just one of the ways that you amplify the creativity. And speaking of amplify, I'm finna go in and amplify my face with some more NYX Fit Me pressed powder and just apply that all over my face so everything can blend nice and seamless, baby, okay? In today's video, it is also sponsored by me. Now, you might be asking yourself, is it hard to be a bad bitch? Yes. Does bad bitch energy come with a lot of details? Yes. Do you have sleepless nights but still wake up like nothing bothered you? I'm sure you do. No, but I was just, practicing just in case anybody want to sponsor me. I am open for ambassador and sponsor deals, so spread the word. And I don't want to hear no that's cringe, because last time I checked, you was too. But it does bring me to my next point and my final point. Creativity ain't creativity without fun. And if you don't know how to have fun, then, well, you're going to struggle a lot in your creativity. Because me? Oh, I'm going to have fun. Just like I be having fun every time I apply my goddamn eyeliner underneath my eye. Because it just brings every single bit of the look snatched together. Have a little imagination, okay? Because that is what fun is. Imagination.
I can be anything I want.
If I do say so myself. And speaking of imagination, just imagine if I would have never added any bronzer highlight, let alone highlight to my look at all. You would think of it to be kind of plain, kind of dull, but adding this Fenty highlight on top of that bronzer highlight, look at it. It just gives the look a bit of a shine. So don't be afraid to explore that imagination, because it might just surprise you. And lastly, we're going to make it last, because this is the final end of the video. Aww. But don't worry, we'll be back next time. If you enjoyed this look today, go ahead and give me a like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you took some from this video, if you enjoyed watching this video just as much as I did making it, don't forget to ring that notification bell. I will see you guys next time. Make sure you drink your water. Make sure you stay hydrated. And most importantly, make sure you mind the business that's minding. Yeah, because we can't forget about that. But I will catch up with you guys next time. Hope you enjoy. Bye.
Thank you.